Good morning. Today we are going to start our next lesson. The main topic of this lecture is instruction list programming language. So let's talk about basic main information about this language. So instruction list or IL language is one of the 5 languages supported by the initial version of standard and subsequently deprecated in the 3rd edition. It's designed for programmable logic controllers. It's a low-level language and resembles assembly. All of the languages share standard common elements. The variables and function call are defined by the common elements, so different languages can be used in the same program. So syntax of the language. It means syntax of instruction list language. Each statement begins on a new line and contains an operator and, depending on the type of operation, one or more operands separated by commas. The operand can be preceded by a label ending with a colon. The comment must be the last item in the line. There may be empty lines between instructions. This language is typical assembler with an accumulator and label transitions. So, the main idea of this language is it's a typical assembler. What we need to know about instruction list language. If somebody knows assembler language, he will be know the instruction list language. So syntax example. This is the fragment of the program, some program, and as we see, this is the example of instruction list language. It's very simple and very close to typical assembler language. In codices, we see the instruction list editor and how can we create any program on this language in instruction list editor of codices program. So as we see, it's typical assembler, as I said earlier. So let's talk about operators. The following operators and modifiers can be used in instruction list. Modifiers: C with jump call read. The instruction is executed only when the result is true. N with operator jump call C read C. The instruction is executed when the accumulator result is false. And in other cases, negate on of the operand. This is the main modifiers of this language. So below is a table of all instruction list operators with explanations and valid modifiers. So as we see, it's typical operators which we use in any standard language for programming PLC. but we need to use valid modifiers with these operators. Other operators also use the usual type names as in the CFC language. So it's sinus, cosinus, mode, abs, limit, etc. It's the same operators which we use in CFC languages. So this is the example which we show one more time. How can we realize any program in instruction list editor? This is the fragment of some program, and we see, I want to say one more time, it's typical assembler. So it's very easy to use this language. So this is the was main information about instruction list program. I hope that it was useful, but in more detail we will discuss about this language and its features in our tutorial lessons. So I want to say thank you and goodbye.